Hey guys, Liquid Fire here. Thanks for joining me again tonight. So we've drifted back over to Way of the Hunter because we have a new DLC to talk about. So they've dropped the Strasser Pack DLC, which brings 2 new rifles and a couple fixes. So the first thing we're going to do is let their little trailer run. It's just about a minute, so let you watch it, and then we'll jump back in and start walking through things. All right, so there's the video, so you can kind of see what's going on. We're in version 1.30.0. This is, of course, the Strasser Pack DLC, and like I said, they did add in a couple of fixes. So they did increase the spook distance for the Merriam turkeys, so now you can't walk up and pet them. I haven't been in game yet to play with them to see how reactive they are. We'll check that out. But they did change that, which is good. And they finished the name change for the Merriams. Again, they started as an Eastern Wild Turkey, and they quickly changed it in English. Now they've went through and changed it for all of the different languages. So that's been squared away. So let's get into the DLC itself. So the Strasser Pack DLC expands your hunting gear with 2 new Strasser rifles, practically crafted and suited for everyday hunting. Authenticity matters in Way of the Hunter, and bringing real trusted brands into the game is a key part of that experience. We're proud to welcome Strasser, recognized for reliable, well-crafted rifles. For decades, the Strasser family business has been manufacturing essential components for hunting and sporting firearms for world-renowned brands. Parts produced at Strasser's facility in Austria have even accompanied the European space rockets. So they've been to space. So their gear has met some pretty good criteria. But above all, the Strassers and their gunsmiths are passionate hunters and have their fingers on the pulse of the industry. Strasser has set an important milestone in the history of hunting rifles with the trend-setting straight pull system. The safe and accurate design and ergonomic operating functions make Strasser straight pull rifles a reliable companion for hunters and sports marksmen. It's on these strong foundations that the Strasser legacy is built. Okay, yeah, so I mean, apparently they're pretty good. I mean, if they're building stuff with tolerances that are used in space flight, that's probably a good sign. So in the DLC, you get the Strasser RS700 XRS chassis. So, well, there's a big old bug there with the quotes. I'm not sure what happened. But combine Strasser's passionate innovation with the Remington 700 design, and the result is the first Strasser 700 straight pull action, the RS700. So the Strasser RS700 XRS chassis comes standard with high-quality XRS stock, an adjustable cheek piece, and integrated M-lock rail in the forearm. And it's in 308. They also brought the Strasser RS14 Evolution Tahr Thumbhole stock. So the Strasser RS14 Evolution is the leading straight pull bolt action rifle of its class. Made in Austria with the highest standards in quality, it features a fixed barrel, in addition to the benefits of the Strasser RS straight pull system, making it unmatched when it comes to safety, precision, and speed. The RS14 Evolution comes with a laminated thumbhole wood stock and an integrated M-lock rail on the forearm, flanked by black side plates. and it's in 7mm PRC. Or is it? So that's kind of the first thing that that jumps out with this one. If you go to the Strasser website and take a look at their gear, because this is real gear, of course they have the RS700, they have the RS14 Evolution. You have to go to their European site in order to find the Thumbhole stock, but they have it. It's all there, except they don't have it in 7mm PRC. They have it in 7mm Remington Magnum. So I'm not sure if we're looking at a new design that's coming out from Strasser, or if we used the wrong cartridge. Don't know. The interesting thing is the 700, excuse me, the 7mm PRC is a step up in terms of accuracy for this rifle versus our existing 7mm PRC. If it's actually supposed to be the Remington Magnum, then it's pretty much like for like. So I don't know what the actual plan was, but that's what we got. So let's go jump in game and take a look at these guys. Hey guys, so something that I don't normally do is really ask for a whole lot of the like and subscribe stuff, but we are going to actually make a push for 1,000 subscribers. We are currently over 900 subscribers, and I would love to break the 1,000 subscriber mark. So if you enjoy these type of videos, the stuff I've done in the past, you know what it's all like. If you enjoy these and like getting into the details and some of the other things that I do, please do the like and subscribe so we can break that 1,000 member mark. It would be really great, and I appreciate it. For anyone who has already subscribed, thank you very much. We do appreciate it more than you realize. And if you haven't, now's the perfect time. Like and subscribe, guys. All right, let's go take a look at these guys and see how they look in game. All right, so we haven't even claimed them yet. So let's just come here and take a look. All right, so the Strasser RS700 XRS chassis. So we know it's an action as a bolt. It's a straight pull, so we know it's a bolt. It's a 5-round capacity. It's going to be 5+1, so you can't put one in the chamber. And of course, it's the 308, and it's going to be a T5. But let's take a look at it here. So, I mean, it's a nice model. I don't want to say anything negative about the work on the model. I'm just not a fan of it personally. The tactical look, just for me in a hunting rifle, it's not really something that I'm super interested in. It's an interesting design. I think they did a really good job with it, making it look right and all that. I'm just not a fan. It's got a very mechanized feel to it with all the hex bolts and stuff in here. You can take the different components off. Notice there's no iron sights on this one. Actually, I don't think there's iron sights on either of them. But there's the RS700. Again, I think that the model, I mean, they did a good job with it. I'm just not a fan of it at all. I just don't like the look of it. But nothing wrong with it. And again, it's a really detailed job, really nice job. Let's go ahead and claim this guy. There's no point in going through the ammo. It's the 308, so it's the same 308 ammo we have in the monoblock. So nothing to really get too excited about here. Now, if we take a look at the Strasser RS14 Evolution, this is their Tahr version. This is also, obviously, the bolt. This is a 2+1. So remember, this is the one in 7mm PRC. I'm honestly not sure if it's not supposed to be a 7mm mag, but it is a Magnum round. So this particular model can only hold 2 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber, so it's a 2+1. It's a T6, obviously. And if we go take a look at it, to me, this is a much better looking rifle. I prefer the wood, stock and stuff, and I love a thumb through stock. I've never shot a high powered rifle with a thumb through stock though, so that may be different, but I do like it. I think it looks good, and they try to kind of get it to where you can see it here. They've went through and done some work to kind of chink up the edges to make it look older and used, so it's not like that brand new off the shelf look. You can kind of see it through here. You can see it through here. Let's get this thing back around here. Kind of look at it from underneath. So you've got the checkering on the horse, or on the stock there, and on the grip. Although I guess it's not technically a checker. It looks like it's circles. But either way, it's textured. And again, no iron sights on this one. You can see where the barrel's been tapped for stuff, but no iron sights. But yeah, I think this one looks better to me. I just prefer the look of it better. But let's go ahead and claim it. All right. And again, this is 7mm PRC. There's no real reason to go check it out. We have the Remington 700 Alpha 1 also in 7mm PRC. So the ammo's, it's the same ammo. Nothing to really worry about there. We will, however, go ahead and equip these. Of course, we'll throw the 21X scope on. There we go. All right, so let's take this out here, and we're going to shoot it a little bit just so you can kind of see what it looks like and sounds like and all that. Let's get off the porch though. Alright, we'll walk over here. Alright, so this is the 700. Not that the scope matters, but we're just going to fire off some rounds and listen to everything. Actually, we can reload first. So there's that synthetic magazine. I don't like the sound of it, but let's fire off a few. I don't think it sounds too bad. I don't like the sound of the magazine going back in. Let's run through all the rounds so we can reload it completely. Get the bolt out. I guess we still got one more. Good Lord. There we go. All right. Ooh. Right there you can see it with the bolt back. I think it looks nice. I think the Elite Tactical actually goes well with it. It has that same type of look to it, so I think it's pretty. All right, let's go ahead and reload. No, I think it sounds fine. Nothing fancy. It doesn't sound bad when it cycles. Let's go over to the Evolution. That's really quiet. Oh, wrong button. So let's take a look at it while we got the bolt back. Again, I don't think it looks bad. I think the scope looks a little off on this one, and I think both of them just feel like they sit really high. The scope, but that's not anything really with the gun to complain about. But I think it sounds fine. I don't think there's any issues there. I think that it's a very quiet sound when the mag goes back in, but I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I wonder if there's any animals down here. I don't even know what time it is. I don't see anything. Must not be. Oops. It's 8:30, so we're just too early. All right. I mean, there's not much more to say about the rifles. Oh, accuracy. What in the world? I've totally forgot. All right, so the 700. Let's turn 100 cents. Oh, we got 100 cents on. All right, so that's the size of your dot, and yeah, that's not a very accurate rifle at all. If we jump over to the Evolution, it's a little more accurate. So I'll go ahead and bring him up here. The Evolution is slightly more accurate. It's about 80 pixels for the size of the 100 cent dot here. And the 700, it's about 90 pixels. So neither of these are really going to be great for long range hunting. But the reality is they're going to be fine at even 400 yards without any issues at all. I was hoping we could see something down here so we could take a pop shot at them. I'm not going to go through and do the old test, the 400 meter litmus test, because we've already got a 7 PRC. We've already got a 308. We know that both of those are completely fine. They're going to do the job. They're not overpowerful or anything like that, but they're just fine. So there's no point in even spending the time to go replicate that just for the sake of doing it. But what we do need to do is check out the turkey and see. Oh, I don't even have them on this save. Okay, well, that's fine. We need to check them out and see how spooky they are now. All right, so where is... There it is. And we'll go jump in the Jeep, drive down to the bottom, and we'll pick up in a second. All right, so we're down here. We're not... No, yeah, we're fine. So they'll be about here. So we're going to get out here and just kind of walk our way over and try to see if we can find these turkey. So I'm on an old save that I just pulled up to test these with so that I can shoot stuff and not have to worry about anything. So I don't even have these guys on the map here. But I definitely wanted to go check out the turkey, see what type of difference we have. Actually, I may have messed with the turkey over in Diamond Drill in this save. I don't know. Either way, we definitely want to come over here, take a look, see how spooky they are, because that's a pretty big change. They were entirely, I don't know why I'm crouch walking. They were entirely too easy to approach to begin with. So hopefully we get something that's a little more spooky, but not like crazy spooky. So Let me grab this zone down here. And you can see it says Miriam's Wild Turkey, which that's nothing new. That was changed a little bit ago. So we should have some down here. Oh, I thought that was one flying off there for a second. So they're either down in the bottom or up to the right. I guess they're up to the right. I can't remember where they are at what time. We'll hear them call out here in a minute. Well, hopefully. Let me go ahead and crouch down. Just in case they're super, super spooky. Alright, guys. Are y'all up here? Oh, where are these little suckers at? I'm just going to head right on top of the icon and let them call out. We'll figure out where they're at from there. Unless I've already spooked them off. Which if I've already spooked them off, wow, they are super spooky. Okay, I'm beginning to wonder now. Okay, there we go. They're just way down this way. Alright, so we're about 100 yards out. I'm just going to stand up and walk straight at them. Well, they're not insanely spooky. Okay. Ah, there we go. So, we were able to walk into 25 yards. Let's walk up to this one and see what we get. And I'm not going to slow down at all. We're just going to... Actually, I'm going to stop right here, and I'm going to throw a marker. Alright, now we'll just go and see where they're at when they fly. Of course, it's right directly in front of them. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. Alright, well. I mean, I don't know that that's any worse than it was, really. Let's try kind of going in slower and seeing how close we can get to this guy. So he's right there. We know we can walk like right up to 40 without any issues. So we're just going to crouch a little bit and just do a little bit of stop and go. So we're at 37. So we're just going to... Oh, did that alert him? No. All right. Yeah, so that's better. That's better. Once you get real close to them, they start freaking out a little more. So that's better. All right. So what I was honestly afraid of was that they would take it to heart that they were not spooky enough, and they would make them really, really, really spooky. And then you were going to have a nightmare of a time getting close enough to them to find them, because you'd be spooking them before they ever called out, since it's such a short range to call. Or it would be extremely hard to get close enough to take a shot with a shotgun or a bow, because they were spooking off so fast. But you can see we're able to get in 42 yards, no issue at all. Now if we do just some basic stop and go, and we're going to do this a little fast, but still nice and calm. So we're pushing that 25. Where's it? We're at 21. They're a little closer. Let's get to them. So they're alerted now. So that's better. So now if you do much moving around, you're going to spook these guys off. So you're going to have to be much more cautious. To where before, you could just stop and go. And you saw in the videos, right up on top of them. And if you've hunted them at all, you've definitely been able to get right up on them. Now these guys are nice and alert. It's kind of like they're just set into the alert state once you're so close. Oh, nope, they went back home. Now these are alerted. Okay. Nope, they've come back down. Yeah, that's much better. Much, much, much better. All right, so I'm happy with that. I still think that there is some work to be done. I mean, there's no collar, there's no decoys. I mean, there's just a lot with the turkey that could be improved. But in terms of just being able to walk up and pet them, they fixed that. And that's all it took. It wasn't that it needed any major changes. I think that they could probably be a little more spooky if I'm being completely candid. But without a collar, it's kind of unfair to make them too spooky, because you would never be able to get close enough to them. And to me, I think what they would really need to do to take these to the next level, first off, expand how far you can hear them. Turkeys are loud in real life. You can hear them a long, long ways. Keep that alive in game. We can hear deer doing their little things at 300 meters. Do the same thing with the turkeys. Push it out there, 300 meters, not a problem. Give us a caller so we can call them in. That would be really nice. I think personally that their range should be extended, but that's a lot of work. So I wouldn't even push to get the range extended. But I think in real world terms, yeah, their range is way too small. It's not like that at all in real life. So expand how far we can hear them. Give us a caller to call them in with. Decoys would be great, but I get we don't have decoys and we don't have the logic and all that, so that would be a big step. But collar, extend how far we can hear them. I would honestly extend how easily they spook further once we have the other stuff to make them easier to hunt. In terms of finding them at a further range and calling them in and all that, that's when you can make them, next level spooky like a turkey really is. Turkey are some of the spookiest critters we have. I mean, their eyesight is amazing. They see more than, some of the grayscale, or not the grayscale, some of the colorblind collars, the diachrome or whatever it is, that that other animals see. They have, more rods and cones and stuff in their eyes to see different colors. But they're very astute in picking up movement. So when you're hunting them in real life, you've got to be like dead still. Little movements will get you busted, especially if they're looking your way at all. And we just don't get that feeling in game. You can move around and all that. So I think if we had the longer range, the collar and stuff like that, then I thought I just spooked him. I was like, are you kidding me? That was impressive. But I think if they added in that type of stuff, then they can really take the turkey to the next level and make it to where you can really make these feel like turkey. So anyway, I don't think there's a whole lot more to get into. This is an absolutely tiny DLC. I think I forgot to mention the price again. I don't know why I'm so bad about that. I'll be sure to put it in text. But it's $2.99 for the two guns. And they're fine guns. Like I said, the accuracy on them, it's not anything fantastic, but it's good enough. We'll shoot this turkey. So that's the Encore. But yeah, it's just a 308. I mean, it's the same thing as using the monoblock. It's going to hit. It's going to do damage. Everything's fine. We'll watch this turkey here. Can you land up there? Where'd you go, bird? I'm just completely overlooking him, or maybe that was his first landing. He had to land and fly again. I was going to shoot something with it. All right, well, again, it's a 7mm PRC. It's nothing new. We've already got them. 308, we already got them. So I don't think there's anything else to really go through on that. Again, their accuracy is not bad. At 400 yards, they're going to be perfectly fine. You can hit anything. You're not going to be comparing this to the Armad, the SSG M1, the monoblocks. You're not that accurate. They're significantly less accurate than that. But for normal shooting range, they're going to be perfectly fine. Even longer range, they're going to be fine. It's not like they're the 1903 or something that's got this huge issue with accuracy. Yeah, these guys, it's pretty good. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It's good enough. You'll be able to hit a deer in the vitals at a long range with these without any issues. So I think they're pretty good. Again, the DLC, it's $2.99. Is it something that you need? You get the 308 for free. If you have the other PRC, that was in the Christensen's. Let me double check, make sure I'm not lying here. Just bringing up the sheet. 7. That was the mag. I'm sorry, it was not. I'm glad I did check. It was the Remington Firearms Pack. Yeah, it was a 700 Alpha 1. So if they keep it as the PRC, it is a better 7mm PRC than the Remington Alpha 1. If they change it over to the Remington Magnum, which is what Strasser has on their website, then it's exactly the same as the Rem Mag from Christensen. Literally identical, same accuracy. Now, versus the Alpha 1, it is much more accurate. So if you're looking for a 7mm PRC, this is a good buy. It is a much better round or better rifle in terms of accuracy. Um, you know, it's still, it's going to hold 3 rounds either way you go. So does this hold 3? Yeah, it's going to hold 3 rounds either way you go. So it's not really a big deal for that. But accuracy wise, you're looking at 136 pixels versus 80. So it's almost twice as accurate as the Alpha 1. So keep that in mind. If you are going to use the PRC, it may be worth it for that. If you don't care about the PRC, or if they change it over to the Remington Magnum, they haven't said anything about it. It's just something I've asked them because it's what's on the Strasser site. And then it becomes a tougher sell to me. I'm personally probably not going to use either of these very much. Again, y'all know me. I'm really keen on accuracy. Now, if they dropped in a single shot that was, more accurate than the Armad, then I'd probably use whatever it is. But these just don't do anything for me. So, yeah, I bought it, but I'm not going to use them. So, do what works for you. But again, we got the 2 rifles. We got the Merriams updated for all the languages. And they did increase the spookiness of the turkey when you're up close to them. So that's all good. Again, I'm not going to bother shooting. We've already shot stuff with 308s and 7mm PRCs, so we're going to call this one done. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night. God bless, and happy hunting.